Buddy.
Hello.
Welcome to Man, Do I Have a Cold? Oh my God, it is. I probably don't sound too good. I hope that's okay with everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm Brad Tassell. This is the Virtual Comedy Show, and I'm so excited to introduce my partner, Steve Goody, who is in Albuquerque, New Mexico, in a
Yay.
Days Inn. That's the kind of money he's shelling out to stay in the Days Inn. But he's fantastic. And of course, the person who is endlessly working, endlessly funny, and endlessly brilliant, Patty Vasquez, already in there, waiting to find out if he's crazy. We also have the great, last week was an amazing show. Who saw that show? Everybody?
Yeah.
Amazing. This week, right up there on the top, we've got legend, comedian, we've got Tim Cavanaugh. Come on, is everybody excited? Hi, Tim. Doing good?
Hey guys, yeah, I'm doing
Yes,
great.
I'm so excited. And of course, not only that, we have another double headliner who is in the top 5 of requested songs on Dr. Demento from 20 years ago. Carla Ulbrich. Yay.
Yay!
You know what? I just realized something. That opening joke, I think I might have done that before. Did anybody hear that before?
It's possible.
I was thinking about it because I wanted to bring up music is such a funny thing to me. Songs I love, but I don't agree with. It's that I think about. Like I loved Kiss when I was a kid. Anybody else dress up as Kiss anytime in their past?
Yeah.
I was Paul Stanley, of course. I was Paul Stanley in middle school. And wait a minute, I've screwed up. I was Paul Stanley. I got to move to the next page. I messed up. I was Paul Stanley, and they sang, their big hit. I want to rock and roll all night and party all day, right? And I do not want to do any of that. I don't. Even at the age of 20, I was good with rock and roll, maybe 3 hours, and I wanted to party no days. That's how many days I wanted to party. No. And at this age, oh my God, a party is, 2 pumps of vanilla in my chai latte. That's a party at this point. And I can light rock and roll for an hour and sleep to the sound of a rock garden. I think that's how much partying I want to do. Also, another favorite, I think we all grew up, the young, older ones here. I also loved AC/DC. Remember AC/DC?
Oh, yeah.
You shook me all night long. And like a baby, I don't want to be shaken at all. I don't want to be shaken. Maybe gentle rocking to a few Marvin Gaye hits for 45 minutes is about all I can handle.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do anything all night long. I don't care how good it is, except for sleep. I don't want to do anything all night long. Hey, do you want to do this all night long? Is it sleep? No. The answer is no. It can't be good enough to do it all night long. And then the last one was Twisted Sister. Man, I thought they were so fun. We're not going to take it. Remember that one? We're not going to take it. And you know what's funny? I've always taken it. There's not one time. I sang that song like crazy. And you know what? You took it too. I've always taken it. So, you know what? Punks, take it. That's what I'm saying. But love the songs. Okay. Now you guys need to take these songs. Songs. Jokes. It's been a long day. Let me tell you. Long day of coughing and sneezing and having a head full of snot. All right, here we go. Morgan Wallen, you've already heard, walked off SNL in a grumpy huff.
Let's try it again. Morgan Wallen. Try that one more time.
Is it Wallen?
Yeah, let's get it right.
I don't respect him. Why do I care? That's my knowledge of country music. Morgan Wallen. I thought it was Waylon. Waylon Jennings.
Right.
I thought it was Wallen Jennings. See, I'm screwed up. Morgan Wallen, kidding. Morgan Wallen walked off SNL in a grumpy huff and went to his private jet while posting "Get me to God's country" on his Instagram. God's country being the opposite of New York City, where the N-word can fly like a rebel flag and his girlfriend still takes a smack without calling the police. That's God's country, everybody. That's go. Yep. All right. Too real on that one. Oh, did you see this? The FAA and United went into panic mode at the Reagan International Airport in Washington, D.C. after what officials called a scary incident when a United jumbo jet struck a kite.
Really?
A kite. That's where we are, folks. A half pound of paper and 100 feet of string is all it takes to bring down a jetliner. That's all it takes. One of the few FAA officials, the FFA officials were cleaning up cow poop. One of the few FAA officials left working said, "God help us if they repeal the ban on dark jart." Ah, that's how it's gonna go the whole time.
Go back to Morgan Wallen. You were doing really well.
So Morgan Whalen. So the kite almost brought the plane down. And one of the FFA officials said, "God help us if they repeal the ban on jarts."
Hey,
Bill-
folks, whoever's
Bill is,
making all the noise,
crumpling something up there, Bill.
let's not chat. Let's not crumble things, everybody.
He's crumbling up something that was my joke. He's crumbling. It was a good joke. I just screwed it up. Who remembers jarts? Remember jarts?
I do.
I do recall those.
No.
Hey, this was fun. The Australian kids group The Wiggles was excited to find out that Robert De Niro watches their TV show every day with his young daughter. Y'all watch The Wiggles? The Taxi Driver star even attended a Wiggles concert. Isn't that amazing? The Wiggles have now floated the idea that De Niro could star in their next movie as Raging Blue. The Wiggles are all colors. Y'all know the Wiggles? Anybody?
No.
Really?
You know what they are.
There were four of them. Yeah. I mean, God, Chuck, my God, were you a Wiggles fan?
I watched them when I was a kid.
I know. I did too. There was four of them, red, yellow, blue, and purple. Now there's 8, by the way. I watched them with my daughter growing up, and she was never into them. I made her watch them. That's how bad. I watched the show long after she wandered away. Isn't that terrible? Okay. Oh my gosh. Talk about sad. One of the limousines in Vladimir Putin's convoy blew up as they were driving through central Moscow. Putin was not in the car at the time. They don't say which car that the president is in, right?
Right.
Authorities are now investigating the cause of the explosion, which one expert was saying it looks like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It just goes wrong. It's good. Hey, Star Wars fans. Chewbacca's bowcaster from the original Star Wars sold at auction for $768,000.
Wow.
That's all.
I know. The crossbow was used in every one of the original trilogy, and the new owner promises every time he picks it up, it'll look pathetic. That was a light joke right there. Jeff Bezos will marry fiancée Lauren Sanchez in Venice, Italy, everybody. Isn't that beautiful? The groom will wear a handmade tuxedo and arrive in a special-made gondola, and the bride will be thrown out of a blue truck under the porch of a building 3 blocks from the church.
And then have her picture taken.
Because that's how they have her. Yeah, I was going to add that, but it was too long, and have her picture taken. Oh, that was fun. The FDA has approved the first ever home test for sexually transmitted diseases.
Ooh.
That, like chlamydia and gonorrhea, right? The test will be available at local drugstores with the stipulation that after you finish the antibiotics, the cashier can hit you up for those digits.
Oh.
That's good.
Oh my.
Because they know you're easy. Joke's funny until you spell it out, and then people are sad. Hey, don't actually say it, just allude to it. The White House Correspondents' Dinner has fired its comedian.
Oh.
No, the White House Correspondents' Dinner usually has a comedian. Comedian Amber Ruffin was supposed to headline the event, but the organizers have announced they will in no way want someone funny or a comedian in any way. The hope is Joe Rogan can fill in.
Oh.
I've never found him funny. Anybody?
He's not.
He's not. I don't think so.
He was funny on news radio. That was about it.
Is that what he's funny? All right, one more than the joke of the week. Here we go.
All right.
A babysitter in Kansas was checking under the bed when a child she was watching complained there might be a monster under there. She reassured the child there was no monster, then looked under the bed to find a man hiding under the bed.
Oh dear.
I know. Man tussled with the babysitter and ran out into the streets. He was later captured by police and is being held in jail waiting for the $500,000 bond to be paid by his lawyer, Mike Wazowski. Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
For 10 points, what was his buddy's name?
Sully.
Totally.
What?
Sully.
Sully. Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
And now the joke of the week.
Oh boy.
I wrote this one. I didn't look up anything. I wrote the whole thing. And
Wow.
be sad that I did. Here it is. Joke of the week. Why was the piano so hard to open?
Why
Why?
was the piano so hard to open?
It got scared after how hard the organ was pounded.
Oh my.
Yeah. Keeping it classy. That's Brad.
And he,
Tassell,
and he did that with a head full of snot, everybody.
That's very nice. Very nice. Brad Tassell, everybody.
Hey,
I thought the keys were locked inside.
the Wiggles.